Hey guys, Mike Martinez, and I got the pleasure today to introduce you to three of my granddaughters. This is Tatiana, this is Aviana, and this is Aaliyah. No, that's wrong, I'm sorry. What's your name again?
Selena.
This is Selena, my oldest granddaughter. This is my youngest, Aviana, and this is Alfred, the butler. No, I'm sorry. Tatiana. Tatiana. And today, you know what? I want to tell you about something that upset my wife, which was, I told her this morning that we're living the lie. And I wanted to introduce you to my three granddaughters because it has something to do with them. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hey guys, Mike Martinez. If this is the first time you're going on this channel, my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe. If you go through the message and you got a comment, make sure you put that comment up there. I want to hear what you're saying, what you're thinking, whether you agree or disagree. I want to hear that. And if you like the message, make sure you share, make sure you give us a like. So here's the deal. This morning, I woke up and like many mornings, my wife and I are, cuddling in bed and we're talking and being grateful for the so many things that she was doing. Then she picks up her phone and she starts, looking at her Facebook, which is not something I recommend, right? You shouldn't be hitting Facebook so early in the morning, and I tell her all the time. But anyway, she was out there looking at her Facebook on her phone. And I start thinking about something. And then all of a sudden I say, I'm living the lie. And she says, what did you just say? I said, I'm living the lie. And she says, oh, really? Oh, you're living the lie, huh? She got offended because I was just telling her, I love her and I love how special our life is, and I'm so grateful for this and that, right? And now I'm saying I'm living the lie. And so she didn't get it. But here's what I was meaning, long before I actually was in the position that I am in life now. And I'm talking about my wife. For those of you that don't know, my wife and I spent, we've been together almost 40 years. And we started as teenagers, and we started talking about the things that we're experiencing now. We actually lived those things way before. When we were teenagers, I was thinking about, we're gonna have a house, we're gonna have kids, we're gonna have grandkids, we're gonna be able to enjoy this and travel and do all this, and right. And we talked about those things. Not only did we talk about them, but I can tell you guys, we stepped into it. We actually believed that stuff. We actually lived that stuff. And we lived it way back then when it was a lie. It was just something in our head. It was just something that we were choosing to believe. But, if we stop and told an adult what we were talking about, they would say, oh, you guys are crazy. You guys are fantasizing. You guys are stupid, right? So it happens, right? Adults don't like that fantasy stuff, right? But when you were a kid, you remember you used to think about the bike before you got the bike. And then you got the bike, right? You used to think about hitting the home run in the Little League, game before you hit the home run, and you hit the home run, right? It's just crazy how some of these things happen, right? And what I was meaning by I'm living the lie is that we thought about all the things that we're experiencing right now, the travel, the kids, the grandkids, the house, the business, the money, all those things We thought about way back when they weren't in existence, when they weren't reality for us, when they were nothing but a lie. And now we're living the lie. And here's what's important about this, guys. You know, a lot of times, you grow up, I grow up, everybody grows up with ideas we get from our parents that may not be true, right? But we accept them, and we live them, and we abide by them, and we accept them as a truth, but they may be a lie, right? Can you think about anything like that? If you can think about something like that, do me a favor and comment that, right? I'm still getting over the Santa Claus thing. I mean, it was heartbreaking, but I'm still, there's a lot of things that I was taught as a young man that as I grew as an adult, as I became an adult, I said, wait a minute, is that true? I don't know. It may not be true, right? But you believe it, and when you believe it and when you live it, it's true for you. And that's what happened in so many situations. And I don't know how, as a teenager, as a young man, starting my family, I don't know how I got to that idea of just stepping into the future and living that. I know I read Think and Grow Rich in my early 20s, and I kind of started that process of projecting myself into the future and into the goals that I wanted. But I remember in the beginning, even before reading Think and Grow Rich, I was already doing that. I was already, sharing times with Nellie, my wife, and we would step into it. I mean, we would feel it, right? So my question to you is this. What lie have you accepted that you're living, right? Hey, you know what? You were. Everybody in our family is in a trade. You're not good for business now. You're a worker. Go work for a company for 50 years and then retire with a golden watch, right? Go do this. Go do the other. This is not the type of person you are, and you just accept it, right? Because maybe you got it from an authority figure. Oh, mom and dad. Mom's got to be telling me the truth, right? Maybe mom was wrong. What if the pastor was wrong? What if the school was wrong? What if the government was wrong? What if the doctor was wrong? Right? We just accept things because we hear things from an authority figure. But what if, and here's an interesting what if. What if you created the lie? Right? Because there's some things, I think you would agree, there's some things that you're living, that you're going through, that, man, that's true, that's not true. Wow, I've been living all these years with that idea and it's a lie. What if you created the lie? A lie that would benefit you, right? What if you created an illusion that you could step into, you could live, and then it became reality? What if you had the power to do that? Guess what? You have the power to do that. You have the power to create an idea in your head. And even though this reality is not showing you that, life is not showing you that right now, if you continue to live that way, to act that way, to step into it that way, you're going to create that situation for yourself. What if you had the power to do that? What if you had the power to create the lie, live the lie, and manifest the lie? I'm here to tell you that you do have that power. I'm here to tell you that, you know what? And again, I say this to people all the time, but don't believe me. Go out there and try it. Go out there and step into it. Go out there and test it. And then say, wow, this really works. It works, guys. So take a look at what it is that you've accepted as reality. And take a look at the boundaries and the limitations that you accepted for yourself. Here's an easy example that maybe you'll be able to relate with. We all know that if you don't have a college degree, right, you really can't can't succeed financially, right? You need a college degree to hit those big numbers. So you could eke out a living, but you know, and God forbid you don't have a high school degree. If you dropped out of high school, then you know you're going to be at the lower income level for the rest of your life, and that's the way it is. That's just the way it is, right? Well, the fact of the matter is that that's not the way it is. Now, if you accept that, if you're a person that don't have a college degree and you accept that belief, hey, you know what? I'm one of those unfortunate people that doesn't have a college degree. So, you know, my income is capped. I really, you know, what am I going to do? I don't have a college degree. Too late for me to go to college, right? First of all, it's never too late. But second of all, do you really need that? Are there other people that have busted through financially without a college degree and made ridiculous amounts of money? Yes, there are. There are a lot of examples, especially here in the United States, but all over the world you can find examples of that. Let me give you just a few very popular people that you might know of, right? My man, Tony Robbins, right? Tony Robbins doesn't have a college degree. The man is worth almost $1 billion, right? And he's out there and he's teaching people and he's mentoring people, and over $1 billion, right? I mean, close to $1 billion. So is that, you know, I mean, he's definitely, but let's say, you know, hey, you know, Tony Robbins is Tony Robbins, right? Tony Robbins is the alpha male, right? Well, have you heard of Brian Tracy, best-selling author, right? Speaker, motivational speaker. He doesn't even have a high school degree, right? Bob Proctor, who was featured in the famous The Secret movie, right? A proponent of the law of attraction, again, doesn't have a high school diploma. So it's really up to what lie you are willing to accept and what lie you're willing to live. So the point is, it's simple for us to fall into these limitations that other people impose on us, right? These things, we hear it from an authority figure and we say, wow, that's got to be it. And whether it's true or not, you may be living to that limitation, right? So what I'm asking you to do is to look into, is it true? Is it something that maybe hasn't been done before? Like Roger Bannister in 1954 when he broke the 4-minute mile. Hadn't been done before, but he said, you know what, I'm going to run a mile in less than 4 minutes. And he figured out, he did a strategy. He went and he trained himself the right way. The first time he did it in 1953, he attempted to do it. He missed by a fraction of a second. Just a few fractions of a second, right? So the bottom line is this, guys. You know, and let me just point something out. You know, I had somebody that was challenging this idea one time with me and said, you know, Mike, so, I mean, I want to fly, right? Are you trying to say I could fly if I, right? I said, well, do you really want to fly? Yeah, I really want to fly. He was just kind of teasing me to kind of get his point across, right? He was trying to prove me wrong. And I said, well, I'm sure you can figure it out. Oh, Mike, are you saying I could figure out how to fly? Me, my body now, fly? Are you serious? The fact of the matter is, and let me just put out this disclaimer. I'm not telling anybody to attempt anything dangerous, and, you know, but with the right strategy, with the right mentors, with the right equipment, with the right training, you could fly, right? You could do almost anything. You could do almost anything. The most unusual things have been done by human beings here and all over the world, here in the United States and all over the world. The most unusual things have been done. It's, do you have the courage? Do you have the belief? Do you have the strategy? Do you have the mentor? Do you have the training? Do you have the equipment? Do you have the technology? You'd be surprised what you could do, right? I'm telling you, and flying is a great metaphor, right? But the fact of the matter is, you could physically fly if you had the right equipment and the right mentor and the right training, right? And the guts, right? Because for me, it would take a lot of guts to do something like that. But there are other things, right? Other things that we cap ourselves and we say, nah, can't do that. And that's not necessarily the truth, right? You could do it, but you're choosing not to. You're placing that ceiling on yourself. So my encouragement to you is to analyze. Look at what it is that you are believing and where you got your caps and where you got your ceilings and where you're saying, hey, no, that's the top of where I go, right? I'm telling you guys, are you living your dream or are you living the lie? And I'm telling you, you could create a lie that can benefit you, that you can go out there and live. It's a very interesting concept. Mike Martinez, give me your comments. I want to hear what you have to say about this, because you know what? There's a lot of interesting things that can go on out there, and sometimes we just shut ourselves down. But there's some unusual people doing some incredible things, and you could be one of them. My name is Mike Martinez. Again, comment, like, share. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And remember, it's your time to shine. I'll be speaking to you soon.